I still can feel the goosebumps and everything because I remember from as kid looking to Ghana, Black Stars team. You know, I always mentioned to my mom and I said like, Ma, I want to make it to Black Stars also. I want to play for them. I want to play for Ghana and make you proud. And she was like, yeah, easy, easy. Maybe you can also play for Holland. And I was like, no, I want to play for Ghana. And I think the moment when I felt like, okay, I'm at the right moment, I'm at the right time, and even didn't make to the first team yet, but at the under 23s, we played a match, and during the game, we had like a moment like we were leading with 1-0, and I was even looking from left to right to the atmosphere, looking to the tribune, and hearing those African songs, Fufuzela and everything, and I was like, yeah, I'm thankful that I made it to this.
Perfect. So, welcome to Sphera Connected Cast. I'm your host, Christian, and today we're here with Robin Polley,
Yes.
professional footballer and also the founder of the Polley Foundation. How are you doing?
Yeah, thank you for asking. I'm doing well, and thank you for having me.
Of course, you told me your story, and I really wanted to have you on the podcast, and I'm very happy that you took the time to come to the studio. And of course, we really want to know who's Robin Polley. So let's go back in time. Who is Robin Polley?
Yeah, my name is Robin Polley, 24 years old of age, been born and raised in Rotterdam, and my parents are originally from Ghana. I'm playing soccer. I'm a soccer player, and I made it to professional side and doing daily training and playing matches and those things. And I'm just living my dream. Through my football career, I also I'm building a foundation to raise the children in my mother's neighborhood or villages to educate them with school books, with also with football on the football side, sports and everything to produce them and to help them through this, so they can also have a good start for themselves.
Amazing. That's very nice. And of course, we will be deep diving specifically in the Polley Foundation um, for a couple of minutes. But definitely would like to know also on the football side, what has been your most memorable football related, let's say, story when you were younger?
Uh, Mostly, I think what you want to hear is like, let me say, for example, a nice moment to share. But for me, I would go back and look and say like, to being rejected many times at a younger age, and to keep on going and keep on moving, and also making it still to professional side. I think that's the nice, that's what also, if you say Robin Polley, that's what you hear about it, and always keep going on and not losing hope and keep moving with the small chances you get to get something out of it.
No, definitely the resilience part of it, right? And that's where you're here today. And can you maybe share a specific moment where you were rejected that you would not forget and which helped you be a professional football player today?
I think obviously I went to Spartaan 20 in the youth side. I went there, I think 1 year before I was joining them, and on the training, they didn't took me. And the year after, with one of my best friends, who still is one of my best friends, we went there again, and on the second time they took me, and for me it was like, I need to keep on doing this and not losing hope, even if I were rejected the year before.
That's amazing. And then also, as you mentioned, you started your career then playing at Spartaan 20, you would say?
Yeah, before Spartaan 20 I played at, the name is now Rotterdam United.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
And then at Spartaan 20, but looking at your career, of course, you also played for Feyenoord, Ado Den Haag, FC Dordrecht, Heracles Almelo, and today now Telstar. If you look at your journey after Spartaan 20, how has it been afterwards?
Yeah, I think surprising moments, and also, yeah, what would I say? I would say like it's like um to say like I see like mostly from those clubs, from higher clubs to lower clubs, and from lower clubs to go again to a higher club. I think that's what I see in those clubs. But yeah, I think when I went at Feyenoord, it was like for me already known that it will really it will be really difficult to get to the first team. So after 1 year, I went to Ado Den Haag, and yeah, from there the dream started and everything. Making it to the first team, making my professional debut and everything. Everything started there, and from there on, for playing time, went to Dordrecht, and then you see like, okay, this is the other side of a professional part, because there I was, I had to do, I had to survive, like doing most things by myself, because not all those things what you had seen at Ado Den Haag, like the facilities and everything, was not able to get it to Dordrecht. So I had to do a lot of things by myself. And during play those matches, I got also like a transfer to Heracles Almelo. And yeah, I think I was really proud at that moment, because, from FC Dordrecht making it to Heracles Almelo was for me, for myself, a big step. And yeah, obviously it didn't went how it's supposed to went at Heracles Almelo, through some injuries and everything. But yeah, it was now for me like more easier to make this step to Telstar, because I had been before at Dordrecht, known that the things would be really similar. And yeah, for myself, I have the belief in my qualities and everything, that I know that I will make it from Telstar to also a next step. So yeah.
Amazing, definitely. Like if you see indeed like the step from FC Dordrecht to Heracles, you know that it's possible. You know you have the qualities, but of course, as you said, it didn't go as you wanted to go due to injuries. But if you look, then what are the valuable lessons that you've learned, from this setback and injuries? Even though I think you also have the long-term picture in your head, you know it's gonna be possible. But what did you learn from that setback?
I think from the setback, at that moment, I was from Dordrecht. I was still at contract at Ado Den Haag. And then Heracles Almelo came to Ado, like, with a story that they want me because I had 1 year contract left. And what I would say for myself as a lesson, but yeah, at that moment for me, for myself, the choice was made. And if I look back, maybe I should look back on myself and being more, how I say, uh, quite not so busy in my head to make the step, because uh, Ado made it really hard for me to leave them. And afterwards, I was like, maybe I should stay at Ado, because I didn't had many playtime at Heracles at my first season.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think for myself now, if you get this kind of options, you need to, have the plus points, the minus, and to see like, okay, is it really worth to go? Or like, for example, because I know at that time at Ado, I would get playing time in the Keukenkampioen-divisie, but on the other side, I wanted to go for the challenge at Eredivisie also, because I know like I had the qualities to play in the Eredivisie. So it took time, and I think, I was really patient at Heracles, because 1 year I didn't play much, and the time when we got relegated to the Keukenkampioen-divisie, at that time, it felt like it was my moment, and we started the preseason, and the second friendly game, I got injured, and further, yeah, it took me already almost 1 season to get back. So yeah, I think that was the 2 seasons at Heracles Almelo.
Okay, I can imagine in the second game being injured then for almost the whole season, right? How it would feel, right? But in the end, I'm happy to see that you're back and now you're playing, and then of course. positive things are coming your way.
Yes.
But if we look then, let's say, as influence in your football career, is there someone that you really looked up to when you were, of course, going to the ranks?
Good question. Somebody who we were like looking up to. I think, at Ado Den Haag, getting to the first team at that moment, we had one player at the first team. His name is called Ricardo Kishna, and now he's a really good friend of mine. And at that moment, the first time, I will never forget. And this is the moments, sometimes we talk about it and we laugh about it. But for me, it was like the first time when I saw him in the dressing room, I was like, whoa, yeah, crazy. I was like, I only saw him on TV, at Ajax, Lazio, those big clubs. And, for me, it was a really example. Like, when he was talking, I was quiet. I was just looking up to him because for me it was like I want to go this way also. I want to get, if somebody is talking and you get really close to him and he's becoming a friend of yours when he talks, and he had also many setbacks, many injuries and everything. I think he helped me a lot through this time and everything. So yeah, I really had a lot of baggage and everything from him. So yeah, really appreciate that.
Definitely. That's amazing to hear. Did not expect that to hear Ricardo Kishna, but amazing. And also, you represented Ghana under 23s. And that's at 2019, the Africa Cup of Nations.
Yeah.
So what was the experience like for you at the international stage, right?
Yeah, it was crazy. I think if I look back, I still can feel the goosebumps and everything because I remember from as kid looking to Ghana, Black Stars team. I always meant it to my mom and I said like, Ma, I want to make it to Black Stars also. I want to play for them. I want to play for Ghana and make you proud. And she was like, yeah, easy, easy. Maybe you can also play for Holland. And I was like, no, I want to play for Ghana. And I think the moment when I felt like, okay, I'm at the right moment, I'm at the right time, and even didn't make to the first team yet, but at the under 23s, we played a match, and during the game, we had like a moment like we were leading with 1-0, and I was even looking from left to right to the atmosphere, looking to the tribune, and hearing those African songs, Fufuzela and everything. And I was like, yeah, I'm thankful that I made it to this, even not to the first team, but still, it was really nice.
I can imagine. Also, was that then being played in Ghana?
No, it was played in Egypt.
Oh, and that was against Egypt then? Or against?
The first game we played against Egypt, but the second game that I played was against Mali, I guess.
Definitely. Were you playing also right back as your usual position, or
No,
they moved you
at
somewhere else?
that tournament, I was playing like a right wing because
Oh,
I
wow.
came obviously really late to the qualified team. So normally it's not really common to get like, mostly they take the team who they qualified with, and at last moment I just got a call up for the tournament also. So then I could play some games also as a right wing.
Did you have to adapt a lot from right back then to right wing?
No, because in the youth I played also like right wing. So like I made this, I think when I went to Ado, I made the switch from right wing to right back, and at that time it was not really much time between. So I was like really, it was similar position for me still.
But this usually happens a lot also in careers. Like a lot of right wingers become right backs as well.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I've heard of that as well.
Yeah.
No, amazing. So now moving forward, we talked about your football career. I'm very interested to know more about the Polley Foundation. And then you're the founder of the Polley Foundation. Could you share with us your mission and how it actually started?
Yeah, how it started. Still a nice story, crazy story, because I will never forget. I was I think the age of 15 years old. I went to Ghana. My mom sent it to me to my auntie, and I just went there, and I was a little bit bored and everything, so I was on vacation, and I had football boots, football clothes, and everything. And I told my auntie, like, I want to play also like soccer because I want to feel those days and be even associated with those guys and everything. So we went to the academy close to her house, and the coach, he was really warm to me. He also knew my dad before he played with him, so it was like really crazy making those jokes like, "Look what we got, the son off and everything." So it was really nice, and all those guys, they took me really, yeah, they took me in those arms and like a brother. The coach took me as his son, and from there off on, training every day, he gave me the mentality of an African player. In really hot weather, training and getting really tired, those shouting and everything, and I think that also made my part of my player who I am now. At that time, training with them, adapt with them, and everything, and for me it was like a second home. So yeah, I think the whole vacation I was training with them, and when my vacation came to an end, I just had my football stuff, football shoes, football clothes in two full bags, and I left it to my auntie, and I told them like, yeah, you can give it to those guys. It was not even so probably much that everybody could get something, but my auntie, she brought it to them, and I was already in Holland, and she called me and she told me like, Robin, I gave them those clothes and everything, and they were so happy, and I didn't see like everybody could get something, but the way they were singing, they were praying for me, even when I was not even there, and that really touched me. It was like, I have those things. I just gave it to them, not things what I would probably use anymore, and they are so happy with it. And yeah, from that moment, I also got like really goosebumps, and that gave me a sign to do something, to try to do something for them. So at that time, I think, the second year I went also to Ghana and did the same thing, took more clothes. And at that time, I went to Ado Den Haag, I guess. And I think the third year in a row, I told my kid manager at the youth, like, is there a possibility to get like the old jerseys, training jerseys and everything? Is it possible to get some of it? So like I think I get 13 pieces of it, and I just sent it to Ghana. And from that moment, I think a bomb exploded. Like so happy, those pictures with those guys with it. If I can look at back at it, I think it's like now 7 to 8 years ago. You can see some of them with those things still walking around. So like the appreciation and everything, that's really valuable, and that's, I think, the main thing that gave me go ahead to do this kind of things. So like it started really unusual. I think it was not on the program to do this, but through the appreciation, through how nice they are and how they appreciate those small things. From there off on, I went to the kid manager every year. So from the first time, I sent it. I showed the kid manager the picture of it, and he was like, "Oh, really nice," because he also did something, and I just gave him also I just gave him like the praise and everything. I said like, yeah, it's because of you. It's not because of me. It's because of you that they are able to play this kids with matches and everything. So at that moment, the second year I went to the first team, and I have to mention his name, Robbie Rabenstein. I asked him and I showed him the pictures, and I said, "Hey, Robbie, I did this last year. Are you able to give me some things at the end of the season?" So I went on a free day back to Ado, a day before my flight, and everything what he saw, he just gave me. He just gave me, I think, 3 full bags of it, and I think at that time I also bought jerseys. Like for my vacation money, I paid like jerseys, and the request of them was like, we want to play with Polley at the back. So I had also to do like the printing with the numbers and everything. and I bought, I think, around 15 to 18 jerseys. And yeah, I had to even buy an extra suitcase at the airport to take all those things with me, because the first time I was loaded with jerseys, around 30 sets full of it, and also with some training abilities, balls, and those things what they can train with. So I think that was the first moment, and with the camera and everything, I wanted to organize it well. And I think at that moment, from there on, it started like to be something what I would do every year. So at that moment, I got like three villages, and added the academy to gave them the jerseys and everything. And from there on, the moment everything I have it, even on my phone and everything, they were really happy, and they were like, "Yeah, what you did to us, nobody did this kind of things, and we really appreciate it." Praying and everything, and yeah, it was really nice.
That's an amazing story. And
Yeah.
I saw also the video online that you've shared. And I also read a lot online about specifically the story you just shared with us. So I really wanted to have it also here. So it's really amazing that it started with 2 bags, going, of course, to Ghana, and then it transforming to becoming something this big. I also saw, for example, that you and your team, you also organized a delivery like of 1,000 school books, right?
The
Was it
school books was, I think, like now 3 to 4 years ago, and yeah, I did it by myself. At that moment, I had some books. I got it sent it from my dad. This was like a print or something like this, and I just called him and asked him like, yeah, what is this? And he said like, yeah, somebody made like a print and donated the books. So they asked like with permission, with a picture of mine and my father on it, if they are able to give and donate it and make some books and donate it to some schools. And I said, yeah, obviously, yeah, no problem. I would like it. And from there on, I think I asked my dad like, hey, if somebody printed and donated, yeah, I want also to do that, like this kind of things, because I did before only jerseys.
Yeah.
And for me now, I was like, with school books, pens, those things where they can go to school. I think, yeah, if they can do it, why not me? So from there on, he took it, and he took care of it, and he printed around 1,000 school books, uh, pens and everything, those things where they can write with. And he went to many orphanages, because the orphanages, they don't have much things. So like then he got donate all those school books, primary facilities like toilet paper, food, drinks, all those things got donated to the orphanages in his country, or close to him. So yeah, that was the first time I was like getting with on the school side, and I think that was also nice to do, because it was something new.
That's great. And on the books, there was the picture of you and your dad.
Yes.
To bring a little bit more context, that your dad is also a celebrity in Ghana,
Yeah.
right? Because he also played for the national team
Yes.
back then. Amazing. Wow. And because then you also mentioned then working with the kid manager at that time at Ado Den Haag, but
Yes.
also when you were at Heracles, you also got support with the Polley Foundation, and you also did kind of a collaboration with your club,
Yes.
and also gave a lot of things back with your foundation in Ghana. Um, how do you think, like, what kind of impact can it bring? Like football players working together with clubs to help, let's say, communities that really need this support. Like, did they reach out to you because they saw that you were doing
Yeah.
beautiful things
Yeah.
outside?
I will never forget, because the first time I went there for a conversation with the coach and with the technical director, we talk about the football side. And at the last shift, I never forget, he had like a presentation on PowerPoint. The last shift was what it was like, me donating those books, and the technical director, he asked me like, what is this? What are you doing like on those kind of things? How did you get to this? and I just explained him the story, and yeah, the coach, yeah, he said also like, yeah, really nice, and that makes me as a person, and it's really nice that it get also recognized to those people. And I think when I signed to Heracles, those people who are working on the office side, uh, they came with the story like, yeah, we want to join you, we want to help you, we want to give you those jerseys and everything, so you can also make like a promotion something like this for Heracles also. So yeah, that's how it became something. Yeah,
That's great. And then, you're so busy, right? Of course, you play professional football, and then you run also the foundation. And I think it's not very easy. Like, how do you manage all these things at the same time?
yeah. I think in the beginning, the first 1 to 2 years, yeah, I got a lot of reactions and everything. So like during the season and everything, I did some things like during the season, some donations with the books and everything. And I think I got realized the first time when I got injured, I had many time to do those kind of things, to organize many things. So I was also like posting content and everything. But then I was like, at first place, I'm a football player, and I have like a career from maybe 10 to 12 years. So like I need to make sure that I put my full priority on football, and to be busy with the season to make best out of it. So from there on, I say to myself like, okay, getting to the end of the season, that I will make sure that I will plan something to do. And I think from there on, those things came really good on my path, because I got planned those things really well through my mom, who helped me a lot, my sister, even my girlfriend also, with planning those things ahead, so like that I could focus on my football.
It's amazing. You're in a good environment
Yeah.
with the good support to be able to do
Yes.
all of that, because I can imagine, right?
Yeah.
Doing so many things. But that's great to hear. And then, well, now transitioning, of course, first, very nice to hear about the Polley Foundation, everything that's going. What are your future goals for the Polley Foundation? And is there maybe a project that you can share? Yeah, that you're excited for, or do you think, okay, you want to wait with it? But what are the future goals?
Future goals. Yeah, like I said before, for me, how this how this thing came to something, I'm still really surprised and I'm really proud. So like to put like future goals ahead is for me really difficult, because those things come like this, and that's why it's like really difficult to say like, okay, I want to do this in 2 years or this. But I think the biggest thing, what has been mentioned many times for myself, is like to get a structured like football academy in my mother's village, that those kids, they can get like 2 to 3 times training and even a match, a competition. I think that's the main goal, and I think that's, yeah, that in 1 to 2 years, I think is something to achieve. It's possible to achieve it. So like a football academy, something structured for those kids that they can play and train and do well. I think for that is like something what I would say like, okay, that's a goal.
And then that to provide, let's say, opportunities for them in the future, like if they become, of course, like a good football player.
Yeah.
Amazing. Oh, that's great to hear that you really want to help, your people. And then now transitioning to the rapid fire round is another kind of part. So here we're gonna ask you 5 questions. You have 1 minute, huh?
Okay.
You have 1 minute. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. All right. So one meal for the rest of your life.
Pasta.
Okay, good. Toughest player you faced.
Here from Lozano.
Okay. Scoring the winning goal in the Champions League final in the 90th minute, or winning the World Cup.
Winning the World Cup.
Okay, nice. And the top 3 best Ghanaian players for you.
Prince Polley.
Okay.
uh, Asamoah Gyan.
Okay.
I would say like for now, Kudus.
Okay, amazing. Top three. And then now, like the best 11 of all time in a 4-3-3 formation.
For Ghana.
No, just in general, like
Oh,
your
general.
favorite ones. Yeah.
Yeah, I will go like I'm a Chelsea supporter, so then I will go from Chelsea players.
Okay.
Peter Cech, left back, Ashley Cole, center.
Oh, damn, you didn't make it. You didn't make it. You didn't make it. No, but it's okay. Continue. Let me just hear it. Yeah, so you started with?
Peter Cech.
Yeah, okay.
I would say left back, Ashley Cole, center, Carlos Puyol, Ivanovic. I would say right back, then...
That's a Chelsea squad you're putting
yeah,
up now,
Chelsea squad, because those are names are really easy to
remember, yeah.
remember, but I will come back to it.
Okay. No, good. All right, so let's just then we have another part actually, yeah? So think of it, then I'm
Okay.
gonna ask you because we have to finalize that.
Okay.
Then you have to think of 3 midfielders and then 3 attackers. Okay. But before then I'm gonna go to like the football questionnaire. So I'm gonna ask you like 4 questionnaires. I don't think it's gonna be that difficult. There's no time limit with this one, so
Yes.
it's up to you. So you ready?
Yes.
Okay, good. So name 5 stadiums in the Netherlands.
Erva Cito, Bingo Stadion, Arena,
Okay.
Philips Stadion,
Okay, yeah.
Galgenwaard.
Okay, you have 5, yeah?
5.
Good. That was good. Okay. Then name 5 leagues outside of the Netherlands, like football leagues.
Premier League, Serie A, Ligue 1, Championship, La Liga.
Okay, you good. You have 5. One club in Saudi Arabia.
Al Ittihad.
Okay, Benzema. Yeah, where the Encante plays still, right?
Yes.
Okay, nice. And then now the last one is gonna be like name 5 players, which his name start with an S, with their name that start with an S.
5 names.
Yeah, 5 names.
Silva.
Chelsea again, eh?
Yeah. Yeah, Satriano, old teammate of mine.
Okay.
Santos,
Okay.
Salah,
Okay, yeah. Come on, one more. You got it.
Sambo.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, 5.
Amazing. Now you have 5. Okay, good. So before we get into the final part, of the interview, did you think of the midfielders and the attackers?
The best midfielder.
Yeah, for you. Yeah.
Yeah,
of
for
all time.
myself. I start with attackers. Then I would say like Messi, Ronaldo,
Yeah.
and for myself, what I say on the right side, Arjen Robben.
Okay. Yeah. Definitely. My favorite player all time.
Yeah.
So yeah. Good.
Midfield, Michael Essien, Kevin De Bruyne.
Okay.
Yeah, for me also Pogba.
Okay. Amazing. Good one. I like it. So yeah, now we're getting to the final part of the interview. So of course you're a role model for aspiring athletes who want to make a positive impact. What advice would you give to young athletes who wish to follow in your footsteps? Both on and off the field.
I think, yeah, always follow your dreams and always never lose hope. I think that's the most really important thing. Is like, for me, if I look back from the beginning till now, I got a lot of setbacks, and I think I got trained as kid at that time to adapt well with those rejections and everything. So like for the kids, the most important thing is never lose hope and keep going.
Amazing.
Yeah.
That's a good one. I like it. And if you reflect on your career, and then the work you've done with the Polley Foundation, what kind of legacy do you hope to leave?
With the Polley Foundation?
Yes. So with the Polley Foundation.
Yeah, what I say, like the goals, a football academy, in my mother's village, like, everybody are walking around with those t-shirt of mine, Polley. That's something what I would say, like, okay, yeah, that's really nice. And we are getting to a lot already. So, yeah. To educate those kids well, you know, that they are all able to go to school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now we're very excited to see, you know, how everything evolves, and we're sure that's gonna be very positive. So thanks a lot for sharing everything today. So, but if people want to find you, where can they find you online?
Yeah, on Instagram for sure, rpolley25, and LinkedIn, Robin Polley also, and further other socials. I think that was it.
So Instagram and then LinkedIn.
Yeah.
Amazing. Well, that was it for today.
Okay.
Thanks for coming. Eh?
Yes, thank you too.